Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. My name's Elizabeth, and today I'm going to be talking about a 6-week financial plan that can help whip your finances into shape. So this is from Ramit Sethi. He is the author of I Will Teach You to Be Rich. I just did a video about some lessons and tips and key takeaways from the book that can help you in your life. So if you haven't watched that yet, feel free to go back to that video. I'll link it in the description. But if you just watched that video, here is the continuation on it for a 6-week step plan that will hopefully help you with your finances and start making those changes and take control of your life. Let's do it. All right, so the first thing you can do is to manage your credit. And so you want to make sure that you are spending below your means and you're not just using these credit cards to buy whatever items you want. So take a look at that right now. What are you spending your credit cards? What are you using your credit cards for? And how are you spending your money? So take a look at that. You want to make sure you're avoiding spending more than you earn and learn to use credit as an interest-free loan by paying off your bills on time. So you really want to make sure you're paying your bills off on time. I have a video on why this is important and how to improve your credit score, or how to get a good credit score if you're just starting out. But it's really, really important to not abuse credit and to just use it as this interest-free loan and then go ahead and pay it down instead of like, oh, I have an extra $10,000 when you don't. This can really get you in a bad situation. And I really, really am against using credit cards in this way. You don't want to use credit cards unless you need to build credit. And then also if you're responsible, you can maybe use it for some rewards. So really, really look at this, be really careful and start paying off some of that debt that you already have. All right, next you want to maximize your banking. So most of us are going to have to use a bank. And so you can look into high yield savings accounts. You'll get 5.5% APY, which is so much better than I know most of my life I was getting 0.001%. And so you can definitely look into those options. You also want to make sure you have a really good bank with good rewards that have like zero bank fees or very, very small fees, and that maximizes your bank interest. So you want to look at those interest rates and you want to make sure you have really low fees. So check out your bank right now. Do they have that? Typically, you can go through an online bank. So sometimes your local banks, you're not going to get as good of a deal. So definitely look into that and just shop around. There's so many banks out there. You don't just need to take the one that maybe your family used or the one that is right in your town. Number 3 is to prepare to invest. So now you know it's super important to invest. And so start figuring that out. Do you want to open one with Vanguard? Do you want to go to Fidelity? Go ahead and do that. If you need to read another book, feel free. You could check out Ramit's book, or you can also check out a YouTube video. I'm going to show you exactly how to invest and what to invest in based on what the financial advisors say. And so just open an account with Vanguard or Fidelity. Literally just do it, or call up their advisory services as long as it's under 1% and say for the fee, the advisory fee, and say, hey, can you please help me set this up? I really want to invest in this. Here's this money. Boom, do it. So take action. You can always adjust it. I know we did that. We hired a financial advisor. It was a super low rate. We probably will fire them eventually just because over time they will take a significant amount of the wealth, even under 1%. But it is just a great way to get started. Otherwise, I would have just been sitting around wondering what to do forever. So invest and start figuring out what you want to invest in. Find those low cost index funds, target dates, and do it. All right, number 4 is to practice living your rich life. And so you want to look at the things you need to cut. So go through your budget and say, or in your expense sheets and see, what have you been spending money on? And then highlight and go, oh my gosh, I do not want to spend money on those things. I want to reduce those costs if I can, or completely cut it out. And then highlight things that you actually want to spend money on and do more of that. And so create a fun budget, or create more space in your budget for something that matters to you and that actually makes you feel like you're living a richer and better life. Like I love buying healthy food and fruit and vegetables and stuff. It makes me feel so happy and so good. And so I need a little bit more money there, and I could put a little bit more money there. But then some of the other things, like I do not want to spend the money. Some of it you have to do, and that's just part of it. But take a look and see if there's something that you don't need to spend money on and figure out how to reduce those costs or to completely get rid of it. All right, so the 5th week should be spent on going ahead to and automating your investments and wherever you are putting your money. So if you're putting it into your checking account, from your checking account, automate money to go to these investment accounts and to other places. And so that it's done, you don't have to just go in. I know when I initially started doing this, I had to go in manually, but then I decided to automate and now it's just automatically done. If I have any money that's extra, I can always add it, but you always want to have the minimum amount going wherever you want it to. Lastly, create a plan of action. So really figure out what you want to do and go ahead and figure out what you want to invest in. Do you want to increase your income? Do you want to learn more skills? What is your next plan of attack? So making sure you're looking at your credit, you're looking at your habits, and you're looking at your accounts and seeing where you're at and getting investing started. But then go, where do you want to go from here? What do you need to do? And what do you want to do to obtain your rich life? And so do you need to make more money? Do you need to buy some assets? Do you need to cut back? Do you need to partner up with someone? Do you need to go live with a roommate? What do you need to do in order to live a richer life? So let me know in the comments below if this was helpful. I hope it was. I really like Ramit Sethi's book. It was really helpful and just made me think about things in a different way. And I love it because money is a tool. It's part of our society, but we get to choose what we do with it, and we can make more of it, and we can also choose how we spend it and how we use it to create our own rich lives. And so that's what you want. You want to live a happy, healthy, and enjoyable life. And so you want to create the life that looks good for you instead of just going through the motions and living life on defense. So thank you so much for being here. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Was this helpful? Are you going to do this? Do you have any questions? Please feel free to let me know. I will try to help you out if I can. Also, feel free to give this video a thumbs up if you think it's helpful, or if you like topics like this. I can definitely make more on my channel. And feel free to share or subscribe for more, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys, you got this.